Now, I know there are many people who are going to say, she doesn't know what she's talking about, and that's my perception, that's fine. But I never speak unless I am speaking from my factual and my actual experience. Because I went through a period of my life where I really thought that I didn't deserve to speak to God. I went through a period of my life years ago where I would not utter a prayer to God. I thought that my words weren't good enough for God to hear. So I am this individual. If I ever found myself in a situation where I was hitting rock bottom, I'd be on my phone and I would have to get either my mother, my father, or my sister. Pray for me right now. And I would be in a hissy fit until their prayers uttered from their mouths. And that only then that I felt filled. Because for some reason, I trained myself, I coded my mind to believe that I was separate from God. And that I was not deserving of this one-to-one divine connection. And because of this, there's so many people, and we have to understand how important to have these conversations now. I am so blessed to speak to so many young individuals now. And when I say young, preteens to late 20s, who are struggling with what the society labels as mental instability. There's a mental dysfunction. And when you speak to these younger ones, you realize they don't have anything mental. They feel misunderstood. The way that we grew up and our parents grew up is different from how they grew up. How they're experiencing life, how they're expressing life, and it's completely different if you should understand. And because of that, I think we have to figure out a way how to adapt, how to evolve, and how to change the way you express love, especially to these young ones, because it's a completely different ballgame. The paradigms have shifted in a way where they express themselves from here. A lot of us did not do this. A lot of us were not taught how to do this. A lot of us didn't grow up with parents who would give you a hug and say, I love you every day. These young ones are coming in programmed this way. They know exactly what love is. They're coming directly from source. They're not as affected as we were, pumped into us this fear that says you are so less than, you are not deserving, your words aren't important, so shut up. These ones are coming in now looking at something, looking at people having conversation and immediately having an energetic reaction to it and understanding that's not right. That conversation does not feel right. I'm not in it, but I feel it. There's no love in that conversation. These young ones, you have to speak. The more kids you can speak to now, the more connected you will find yourself to love. Because they express it so, we call it volatile, but they express it so fully that if they're not receiving love, they become rebellious in a sense. And it's a great disservice to us not understanding and still holding on to the old paradigms and not allowing ourselves to adapt to really truly love this new generation that we have and understand their divine connection with source. That immediately their spirit repels something that is not right, something that is hateful, something that is racist. And they just can't understand how come the older ones can't understand it. Mom, stop talking about that stuff. I cannot go on with your old paradigm. I just see a person that I love. And we grow them to feel as if there's something wrong with them, that they're dysfunctional because they're stepping outside of what culturally you said was right. And I'm hoping that we, as the generation who is moving forward, will leave breadcrumbs for them to understand that they are valid, that their voices should be heard, and that they are understood, and that we love them. That's point one.